What's up, everybody? My name's Jake, and today I wanted to share my story with you guys about how I got into the drone industry. A lot of times I get questions from people saying, how did you get into drones? How did you get into this industry? So today I want to share that with you guys. So it all really started back in my high school days when GoPros started to become pretty popular. So I bought my first GoPro, kind of just really interested in creating silly videos with my friends on the weekends and coming back and creating these movies on iMovie. Nothing really serious, but it was what I enjoyed doing. It was fun for me and for my friends to watch these videos and make these videos. So around the end of my high school career into college is when I really started noticing drones and what they were and what they were kind of capable of doing. But it really wasn't until the end of college for me where I really realized what drones were and the capabilities of what they're able to do and the real potential of what this industry could become. So around late 2014, early 2015 is really when I got serious in doing research into which industries drones could really benefit from. And around late 2015 is when I actually purchased my first drone. Now, the first drone that I bought was not a professional drone at all. I bought it on Amazon for about $25. It could, fit in the palm of your hand. And the reason I did that was because I really wanted to buy a cheap, almost indestructible drone first before really paying the big bucks for a professional grade drone, just to make sure I knew how to fly it. I still see to this day all the time where somebody buys a drone right out of the box, they're ready to go, they charge it up and they take it outside, and within 20 seconds they're flying it, crashing into a tree, and the drone is done. They just wasted all that. So I kind of went a different route. I bought a $25 Amazon drone that I'll try to link it below, or see if I can find that exact one so you guys can check it out as well. And I really wanted to make sure I knew how to fly it before I bought this professional drone. So I got it. I learned the basic controls of taking off, flying it around the house. I crashed it into many walls. Luckily, this is a very tiny drone, so it didn't do any damage to my drone, luckily, but even more so to my house, to my walls, windows, whatever it may be that I crashed into. So once I really got the controls under control, I went ahead and made a big purchase, the DJI Inspire 1. That was kind of the biggest drone that I could kind of find out there that was really making an impact on the drone industry itself. Kind of before the DJI Inspire 1 and the Phantom series from DJI, there really was no consumer friendly drones. Anything that was under 10 grand, you'd be spending on these do it yourself, make it yourself drones that you then had to strap a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 camera onto. So that was really not appealing to me. I could definitely not afford it at that time. So once the DJI Inspire 1 came out, I made an investment with myself, kind of knowing that this was a new industry that I could potentially make my money back pretty quickly if I reached out to the right people and the right resources. So once I bought the Inspire 1, I started just doing a lot of projects for free. Friends, family, whatever it may be, just anyone's house that I could go out and take pictures of just to build up my portfolio, to get my name out there. So once I had these assets of all these pictures that I've taken, I then reached out to a bunch of real estate agents and basically said, hey, look at these pictures that I have. Maybe I could do some pictures for you because I see on your website, your listings, you're kind of lacking some of these pictures that I could take. And let me come out to these properties and I'll do these projects for free in the beginning just to get my foot in the door. That's what this whole entire drone industry is about. Just getting your foot in the door, kind of proving to them what you are capable of doing. So once I, started doing some projects for these real estate agents, they eventually started calling me back. I was kind of shocked, and they, eventually said, "Hey, I got these other properties. I would love for you to shoot them." And this is when I really realized, hey, I could really start charging people for these projects, and that's kind of what I started to do. Around June 2017 is when I was still working part-time for a nonprofit here in Baltimore called Living Classrooms Foundation. And we did a lot of really good work with the youth of Baltimore. So I was working part-time there. Luckily I was able to start this business, JR Resolutions, as you can see here and here. Love repping my gear. That's when I started my own actual drone focused company, and really was just doing it part time as I was starting to bring in some money. So around the beginning of 2018 is really when I went all in on my company. I left my other job and I decided to just go full force on my company, JR Resolutions. I thought to myself, there's no better time than to just try this now. I'm young, and I have to at least say that I tried it. So I decided with myself, hey, I'll give it a year. I'll see how things go. If things are going great, then awesome, I'll keep going. If not, then maybe I'll decide to go a different path. Here we are 3 years later, and I couldn't be happier, couldn't be doing better, and business is going really well. The drone industry is only growing from here on out. So really happy that I made that decision. From there, I decided that residential real estate is great. There's money to be made there. Real estate agents are always looking for drone shots of their property, drone video, drone photo, whatever it may be. And that's kind of when I decided, maybe there could be some more money to be made in other industries. And there are plenty of industries that you can dive into. I decided to kind of move up a little bit from residential real estate, starting to put my focus more on commercial real estate, a lot of warehouses, shopping centers, malls, and that kind of sort of properties. And I'm very glad that I did, because there's definitely a lot more money to be made in commercial real estate. So if you're looking to kind of up your game from residential real estate, I would definitely consider looking into commercial real estate. So from there, that's when DJI actually started making newer drones, and that's when they really kind of came out with this drone, the Mavic Pro. This drone kind of really changed the industry for myself and a lot of other people in the drone industry. The Inspire 1, amazing drone. Took amazing pictures for the times that I was in. Amazing drone. The only issues that I had with the Inspire 1, and I know a lot of people out there will agree with me, is that this thing was bulky. It took so long to set up. You're carrying around a suitcase. I'll try to find a picture and put it on the screen of how big this suitcase actually was. And when you get to a job site, you take the drone out. You have to take it out of travel mode, turn the drone back off, attach the gimbal and the camera, turn the drone back on, put the propellers on, and you weren't even in the air until 15, 20 minutes later. So it was really big pain. Now with this drone, this really changed it for me. You can tell it's got all the foldable design, so it's really easy to travel with, and I could be at a property and pretty much step out of my car and be in the air within 3 to 5 minutes. It was amazing. Definitely changed the game for me. So that was the next step, the next drone that I purchased. And then from there, a lot of my clients were saying, hey, your drone footage is great. We'd love for you to kind of offer the whole package. And I know that's what a lot of people will start doing. And they really wanted to get the nice drone footage and the nice interior, or the nice drone video, drone photo, but like I said, they wanted the full package. So they wanted that interior photo and interior video. So that's when I eventually purchased this camera that I'm filming on right now, the Sony A7R II, which is an outstanding camera for everything that I really needed. I needed a compact camera with this mirrorless design. It's very small, very lightweight. I needed high megapixel pictures, I needed 4K footage, and that's everything that this camera puts out for me. So once I started really getting into the commercial real estate industry, that's when I started thinking myself, maybe I should branch out into some other industries. And growing up in Annapolis, that's kind of when I realized, maybe the boating industry, the yachting industry could really benefit from drones. And I started looking into it, and I realized the only other way that boat manufacturers or boat brokers were, filming and capturing this footage of their boats was with helicopters. And I thought to myself, that's very impractical. One, you're paying for the rental time of the helicopter, you're paying for the gas for the helicopter, and then on top of that, you're paying a photographer. It was three things that I thought just could be really, taken down with just this drone. And I'm so glad that I did. I started by just, going out on friends' boats and taking footage of their boat just underway, at standstill, and getting this footage and really doing the same thing that I did with residential real estate, reaching out to these brokers and saying, hey, look at this footage that I took. I could do this same thing for your boats, your listings that you have. And the same exact thing happened. I did, one or two projects for free just to, like I said, get my foot in the door. That's the biggest thing, get your foot in the door. And eventually they started calling back. And eventually I said, hey, I could start charging for this. And that's what I did. So those were the two kind of industries that I really wanted to focus on and go, all in on to, put my full attention towards. Kind of fast forward to end of 2018, my next purchase of drone was the DJI Mavic 2 Pro. And this drone basically hit every checkpoint that we wanted with the Mavic Pro. Basically every upgrade that we wanted, we pretty much got. I mean, we got the 1-inch sensor on the camera, take really high resolution pictures. We got extra sensors, the top and the sides and the back and the bottom, just for that extra safety. Longer flight time, that was a huge plus. Just better overall 4K footage. So this drone has been on every project with me, anywhere I go, and it has been very reliable, and I wouldn't change it for everything. Absolutely love this drone. It still stands up 2 years later. I would still use it and recommend it to anybody who's looking to get into the drone industry. So here we are, 2020, and I'm still doing a lot of commercial real estate and boating photography. The boat photography has definitely been a very fun industry to be in. It's taken me some really cool places. Just to name a few, I've been up to Maine, done some stuff in Newport, Rhode Island, done some stuff here in Annapolis, Maryland, Charleston, South Carolina, Miami, Fort Lauderdale down in Florida, and also I've gone as far south as the Bahamas. And I was lucky enough to go down on a project for a boat manufacturer who was hosting a boating rendezvous where they brought a bunch of their owners who owned those boats just to do a nice little 2-week escape where they brought me down to film the whole experience and create this content for them to basically put into some videos and photos to send out to their potential clients who were, maybe on the fence about, if they wanted to buy this type of boat. So that's kind of my story where I've kind of gotten into the drone industry. I know there's so much more that I could really talk about and so much more that I do want to talk about. So that's why I really want you guys to follow along with me, because I know we're going to be talking a lot more drones, a lot more cameras, a lot more just tech in general. So if you like this video, please give it a like. Leave a comment down below what you guys want to see in future videos. I'd love to hear from you guys, my fans, about what you guys are interested in so I can make some more videos for you guys. If you guys like my videos, please consider hitting that red subscribe button. I'd love to have you guys along on this journey of my new YouTube channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.